Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Heathwyn and we are here for a special video because the new expansion that's coming out for The Sims 4 is being announced today in about 7 minutes. And so we're here because we are going to watch that announcement trailer together and respond and react to that. Now, there has been a leak of what the potential for this expansion might be. I don't know how trustworthy that leak is, so I don't necessarily want to speculate on that before we watch this because I don't know if that's going to be what it is, and I don't really want my reaction to kind of be clouded by that spoiler and that leak. So, what we do know is we got this announced to us where it says, take a peek at the neighbor's secrets. Now, we know when they did the Behind the Sims a couple of months ago when they announced the Home Chef Hustle pack that they said there was going to be a neighborly expansion pack. And I know I've kind of been racking my brain for what that could possibly mean, but this says we're going to take a peek at the neighbor's secrets. And this says indulge in some snooping and check out the new trailer. And it's coming in 5 minutes now. So if we look at this image, it looks like we have a new world. There's been some speculation that this has a Southeastern Asian vibe to it. So I'm really excited and curious to see what this is going to be and what we're going to be getting next in The Sims 4. I'm really curious when it says indulge in some snooping and take a peek at the neighbor's secrets. What does that even mean? What are we getting from that? I don't know. Based on this image that we see here, I think there's going to be a new world. That seems to be a theme that we're getting, is pretty much with every expansion pack and gameplay pack recently, we've been getting a new world to go along with it, which I think is always fun and always exciting and something good to add to the game and continue to kind of develop it. We've been seeing The Sims incorporating a lot of different cultures into their game, which I also think is fantastic. It's great for representation and it creates a more diverse and a more interesting game. Let's be completely honest, when you have a lot of different options of where you can go. So I honestly have no idea what to expect going into this pack. The countdown has begun. They're playing marbles. So this is must be something new that's coming in the game. We've got a marble set, and then there's like this jar over here. I see some new shoes. They've got some of the backpacks out, but the backpacks are already in the game. I'm seeing what looks like some new clothing items just from this little like countdown teaser. I'm wondering if it's gonna be something that centers around like community spaces, because these are obviously a bunch of kids that are gathered together and playing a game of marbles. It's really exciting. Oh my goodness. This wasn't something I was expecting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. What is it gonna be? Oh, it's got like canals. It looks like a street fair or like street vendors. For rent. Okay, the leak was correct. Definitely Southeastern vibes. Hopscotch. Okay. Looking like multi-family Ko-Kaya Rockside. Property owner. A tenant. Another tenant. More tenants. A snooper. Oh, it looks like a broken boiler. There was a rice cooker. Look at all the food. Uh-oh, noisy neighbors. We know what that's like from city living. Wonder what that clock means. I love this world setup with like the street fair, the street market, the vendors setup. Snooper. Is she breaking into somebody's house? Oh my gosh. Oh, is that a bidet? Oh, gross. That looked like mold. Oh, that is mold. Oh, oh my gosh. Okay, I don't trust her. She's kind of a scammer. There's looks like a new death. And there's the marbles that we saw. Well, that's kind of a cool, the pool on the top. It must be just different multi-family homes. Get busy, December 7th. We have Quick Treats Grill, a stateside stars, some stuff if you pre-order. Okay. All right, there we've got it. For Rent is the new expansion coming out on December 7th for The Sims 4. We just watched the trailer, and I think we will go kind of back through and take a peek at some things and look at them more closely. I will say, initially, when I saw the leak of it being for rent and the idea of being a landlord and like owning multi-property homes, it wasn't something that necessarily excited me a lot. I don't know that this is going to be gameplay that I would particularly use all the time in my Sims games. That being said, I think there are a lot of things that I'm seeing in the world that might become more staples in my Sims game. The world looks really cool. I really liked seeing some of those street vendors and things like that kind of out and along the streets. Obviously, the major feature is going to be these multifamily units that your Sim could potentially own and lease out. I'm also assuming your Sims could rent them as well if they don't want to own them, and kind of having this responsibility of like being a landlord and managing properties and things like that. For me personally, that's not necessarily something that I would probably use all the time in my games. We will definitely check it out and explore it. And maybe it's great and I'll really enjoy it. I know people have been wanting the ability to build apartments and things like that for a really long time. And I'm glad that they're bringing that into the game. Just because it's not specifically my cup of tea doesn't necessarily mean that I don't want it to be in the game, because I want this to be a full and rich experience for everybody else. So, with that disclaimer kind of out of the way, that this is maybe not one that I personally am like all geeked about, I do see a lot of things in the pack itself that I do think are interesting and exciting. And I'm always excited to get new gameplay because let's be honest, there's always stuff that you can do and explore in The Sims. And sometimes doing the new and the different things is really what you need to spice up your gameplay and create those interesting stories and the storytelling that you might like. So let's go back over here and let's take a closer look again at this trailer. Obviously, New World. I can see like a canal here. There's some boats on the canal. I don't know if we're going to be able to like use those boats and go out. You can kind of see, you're seeing a lot of like the multi-family dwellings. I do think that this is kind of a cool concept, and I will be interested to see how that's going to work. I love this idea of like the street vendors and the street stalls. This I think is really cool. And I also think with the Home Chef Hustle pack and your ability to bring along a food stall, I think you could use this also for your own Sims. Like, I don't know if your Sims can work these booths, but you could definitely bring like the yard sale table that's in several expansion packs or the food stall and set it up and make your Sim be a part of this like street fair and this market. And I think that is really cool. I love this dragon statue. I think I love that. Hopscotch. The kids are playing hopscotch. This is so cool. I'm excited about this. I always like it when there's things that are added for our kids to do, because sometimes the kids in The Sims can feel a little bit one note and a little bit boring. So adding more activities for them, I find to be really exciting. And we are seeing different pass items as well. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of a Southeastern Asian flair to this stuff, which I think is great. We've got a top and a skirt over here and some new sandals. I really like this tank top with like the little tassels hanging down. I don't know if those are new shorts or base game shorts. It's kind of hard to tell. I think these are new like slippers. It looks like he is wearing a new outfit and some new sandals as well. I see some new like half pants on him. Looks like it's a new shirt. I kind of love this sort of tucked in, untucked look. We've got new sandals here, new shoes here. These are new pants. This is a new shirt. This looks like it's a new hairstyle. I think this is a new hairstyle. This looks like it could be as well. It's hard to tell on this one if that's a new hairstyle, and it's hard to tell what this kid is doing. But I love that they're like playing hopscotch, kind of just like out on the street. I'm gonna assume this is something that's also like a build buy object, like it's gonna be in like common areas in the neighborhood, but maybe this is something you can put on your lot, or if you're building a community lot, you can put it there. Okay, this I'm intrigued about. What is this? This has a paw on it, and she's showing this person this card with this paw on it. What is that? I don't know what that is, because obviously Cats and Dogs is like a totally separate expansion pack. So I don't know what that is all about. But this looks like a new hair, new earrings. I love this outfit that she's wearing. It's so cute. I think this is new jewelry all around with her. This looks like a new dress and new hair as well. Love this background. I love this temple. It's so pretty and so cool. It looks very lush, very green. Okay, and then she like growls. Like, what is this? I'm really intrigued what this card is. And then this looks like it's a shrine of some sort with some incense and some flowers that he is interacting with over here. A new dance, perhaps? Again, lots of new clothing items that we're seeing. I like seeing stuff for the toddlers as well. All of this looks like it's new stuff. Look at the lawn chairs. I've got like some of these plastic lawn chairs that I put out on my back deck in the summer with a little table. Love that. This looks like it's a cab maybe back behind her. I can't really tell. It looks like we've got like new stuff here. These are new curtains, a new window, new windows here. Lots of new stuff. I love this little toy right here. I think what this toy is might be what this is back here. A gnome. Oh, the gnome has like the fungus coming up. All right, and here we're seeing one of those multifamily dwellings or apartments that is being built. This is something that the Sims community has wanted for a long time, is the ability to build apartments. And so that's what this is looking like here. I love this like rooftop terrace that's been created though. I think that that is really cool. And I think there's a lot of potential in from a building perspective and just being able to create some community spaces and communal areas to create like that neighborly sense. Lots of build buy items happening here from fountains. It does look like the hopscotch stuff is stuff that you can place. It's a build buy item because we're seeing it here. We've got fountains. We've got some new seating areas. These look like some new lanterns up here. This looks like a new table set. Definitely new facades for the outside of houses, new balconies, new columns. I like these fences a lot. Oh, look at that. There's like a for rent sign out front. So this must be one of the pre-built areas. Obviously a multi-tenant one. Ro Kaya Rockside is the name of this one. And we see the different roles that you can take. So this is the property owner. Again, all new cast stuff that we're seeing here. Different build buy items. Okay, this must be the time. I was trying to figure out like what this clock was. I think it's the time of day. So we're starting out at 9 a.m. and maybe it's like taking us through the day in the life of a property owner. So it's 9 a.m. The tenant is like checking their mail. I love this like mailbox feature. I like that little plant and that table behind it. Looks like all the new cast stuff on her. We've got a tenant who's complaining. Looks like maybe there's a water leak. Couple more tenants that are gossiping. This looks similar to like some of the community announcement boards that we saw in like City Living and some of the other expansion packs, but this one's probably going to be tailored to this. I like this door. I like the stained glass across the top. Love this dress too, and I really do like this hairstyle. It's really cute. Okay, this Snoop thing is interesting. So if you played The Sims 2, there were burglars and your Sims could be robbed. And kind of what we saw throughout this trailer is that this snooper person is definitely up to no good. I like her shirt though. Okay, so clearly you're, as a property owner, you're going to be responsible for like maintaining everything. So like the boiler is broken and he's complaining, so she's got to go and fix this. This is definitely a rice cooker, which is so cool. We're getting some more small appliances, again, kind of going along with the Home Chef Hustle stuff, where another avenue to like explore that and use that stuff pack that came out recently. This looks like a new tea set, this is definitely different from what we've had before. This looks like new counters and stuff in the background. I see new toys, new outfit for the toddler, new seating areas, a new light fixture. This implies that we are getting a bunch of different types of food, which is really exciting. And I love getting new types of food in The Sims. It's always fun to like expand their palettes and see what all that they can make. I hope that we also see maybe with this added of a lot of different ethnic types of food, a way in our new fangled recipe thing that we have in The Sims, that we start to get more categories that we can sort by like different types of ethnic food, to really kind of narrow down our category, or if we are looking for a specific culture that we are telling our stories in, it'll make it easier for that. And we've got noisy neighbors, but look at all of this decor stuff. This is base game, but this looks like, could these be some of the marbles in this jar here? I like this with the peacock on it. This is just really pretty. I love the cabinets, liking the decor style. The landlord's job is never done. So he is loud. Yeah, we know this is a problem from City Living, but the lights have gone out. So now we've got another problem for her to fix. So it looks like heating issues, that sort of stuff. Okay, this is interesting to me. The way The Sims is set up by default is that it uses a clock that is like 12 hours and then another 12 hours. But this is looking like it's using a 24-hour clock. So I'm wondering if we're getting that option, maybe part of a base game update that allows you to adjust the way your clocks are displayed to kind of fit with what you're used to, what your culture uses, because this is definitely not the way that the game clock is set up right now, which I think would be a really nice feature to be more inclusive. But this is definitely the street market. Love this. Look at all of these different things. These look like, it looks like a seafood stall, maybe. All of these different things that are for sale, that you can buy fresh ingredients, chat. I'm excited about this aspect of it. So the snooper, this is interesting. She is breaking into this apartment because they're not home. So can you break into people's apartments and steal things? This is a really good shot of the bedroom and a lot of the new items that are going to come. This is like a new bed, all sorts of new build by items. I like this aesthetic. I think this is beautiful. I love how the rug is also placed slightly off center. Was this alt placed, or are we getting new ways in which we can place objects? Because you don't typically see alt placed things in the trailers. So that be what this is? Could we be getting new ways to place items that are a little bit more precise, where you don't have to use like some of the cheats and shortcuts? I like this. We've got like we've got a bidet. And I like the raised platform. I like this tile quite a bit as well. It looks like all new like bathroom stuff. Okay, the mold that turns into the fungus that can then infect people. A new way to die, dying by fungus. This is kind of gross and a creepy thing. It makes me think of the clickers from The Last of Us. It's actually what this makes me think of. And I like the rooftop terrace with the different things that you can do. The snooper, I don't trust her. She is up to no good. Here's our dead guy. I like the marbles I think are really cool. I think that's a really fun thing for the kids. And this is just showing us, I think, some of the different builds that are in the game that are multifamily. I like that we've got the food stalls and stuff set up outside. I don't know if this is then part of the lot itself or if this is like something extra, but this looks like it could be part of the lot. So lots of different styles to it, looks like. It looks like it's not necessarily like putting you into one particular like build by style. And then this is your free items that you get if you order by January 18th to get the Street Eats digital content. So there we have it. New expansion for The Sims. All right, we do have a little bit more information here in the description of the trailer. Experience the tight-knit harmony or daily drama of multi-family lots and try your hand at being a property owner in The Sims 4 for rent expansion, launching December 7th. Revel in the hustle and bustle of Tomarang, discover unique items at the night market, and come home to a new residential rental lot where your neighbors are closer than ever. You'll run into them by the mailbox, socialize at potlucks, and maybe uncover their secrets with a little snooping. If you're the property owner, make sure to keep that unit rating high. You don't want a tenant revolt on your hands. Available December 7th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. All right, so there we have it. The night market must be that street market that we were seeing. Potlucks, that sounds like that's going to be a new social event that you can have. Uncover their secrets with a little snooping. So that's kind of interesting. I wonder what all that's going to entail. And you have to keep your unit rating high, which sounds like it could be something similar to like the restaurant stuff pack, although it's a little broken, where you have to like get a certain rating for your restaurant, or like if you run a veterinary clinic, you have to have a certain rating for that. It sounds like it's going to be something very similar to all of that. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on this expansion that's coming out. Like I said, I feel like for me personally, it's not something that I would do all of the time as part of my gameplay. I am excited about some of the objects that I'm seeing in Build Buy though, and the ability to create multifamily homes. I'm thinking, as I'm thinking about for myself and my own like gameplay, that it might be a fun way to play with your legacy families where you can keep your family all together on one lot, but maybe you just live in different units. So, for example, your heir is getting ready to move out and start on their own. Instead of like moving them out and moving to a different lot, you can have them all be together on the same lot, but you're only focusing on that household. So I think that that's a good way that you could incorporate it with like legacy style gameplay. You know, maybe the parents, the grandparents own the property and then you just all kind of live together on the same lot, but you're not controlling like a whole bunch of Sims at once. And maybe that's a way that this works really well. What I'm wondering about is, are you going to be able to set any lot as one of these rental lots, or is it just going to be specific lots in general? What all can you put on those? It looked like some of those vendors were on the lot in one of the images that we saw as part of the trailer. Are you going to be able to set up something like that just within your rental property lot? So I have a lot of questions, and I will be excited to see more and how gameplay is going to kind of shape up and develop. You know, I may not be as excited about this pack as I have been about some of the more recent ones, but I'm excited to see more about what they have to offer. And I do think the ability to build your own apartments is something that has been wanted a lot in the Sims community, and I'm really glad that we are able to finally get that. Right, it looks like the blog post is up now. So become a successful property owner with the Sims 4 for Rent expansion pack. Oversee multiple residential rentals as you bring neighbors together literally. It's time to open your door to new rental opportunities in the picturesque world of Tomarang. Experience the neighborhood as a property owner or tenant. Fix utilities, deal with unruly neighbors, create a community, and even manage multiple residential rentals. Okay, so you can actually own multiple rental lots. That's kind of interesting. In the Sims 4 For Rent expansion pack, players will have the opportunity to build and create a variety of dwellings, including townhomes, duplexes, apartments, and more. Players will discover that close living quarters make for some of the most harmonious relationships that will either bring the community together or drive it apart. Now answer the door and get ready to discover the drama at your doorstep. So it looks like you can create a variety of different multifamily homes. Like I said, I think this would work well with legacy gameplay. You know, you build a duplex and grandma and grandpa live on one side and your Sims and your family live on the other side, and they're able to interact and spend time with each other in that way. If you kind of then also like add in the stay over feature to that, I think it could create a really rich way to experience family gameplay that we haven't had the opportunity to experience before, and to keep the family kind of together as one unit. That's how I play, so that's how I'm thinking about this and approaching this. Okay, we've got a screenshot here. So we can see the snooper lady back there. This looks like it could be maybe the potluck that they were talking about. All of the different neighbors kind of coming together in a common space, sharing some food. Welcome to Tomarang. Sul neighbor, welcome to the bustling city of Tomarang, a scenic world nestled in a lush tropical landscape and vibrant city skyline. In a world alive with possibilities, Tomarang breathes new life into the many stories that can be told in multifamily dwellings. Inspired by a unique blend of tradition and modernity, Sims can immerse themselves in this Southeast Asian inspired world and discover various new exciting community activities. To reflect elements of Southeastern Asian culture, the Sims team proudly collaborated with Jason Chu, an Asian American rapper, social justice advocate, and cultural expert with family roots in Southeast Asia, to consult for the For Rent expansion pack to deliver more choices on how players explore and express their individuality. I really love that they're bringing in collaborators from the cultures that they are trying to represent to create a really true and authentic experience for everyone. When your sim needs a break from the hustle and bustle of a big city, they can relax in the green haven of the botanical gardens. Ooh, we hadn't really seen much about that. Visit an animal sanctuary. Maybe that's what that card thing was all about. Maybe it was about an animal sanctuary. Or leave incense or fruit offerings at the spirit house. I think that was that shrine that we saw. Well, child sims can play hopscotch and marbles in the park. I love those two little additions. As Sims move into these new residential rentals, it's inevitable that they will get tangled up in each other's lives. From basement suites to duplexes, Sims can discover drama right at their doorstep, as they will have ample opportunity to discover each other's secrets by eavesdropping, snooping, or even breaking and entering. The breaking and entering thing is kind of interesting. With so much to chat about, the Sims can head over to the city's iconic night market for an evening stroll. After exploring a world aglow with lanterns, buzzing with vendors, tantalizing food, and unique items, Sims can be inspired to eat like locals at home, where they can cook dishes, including, I'm probably going to mispronounce these and I apologize for that, Khao Nao Mamungang, tofu pad thai, pancit bihon, Burmese samosa soup, and ban kun. After these meals, Sims can enjoy a halo halo and a high iced milk tea. So this is kind of like city living, where you can like try different foods at the vendors and then you learn how to cook them at home. So that's kind of a fun addition. New type of lot in town. We know apartments and multi-residential rentals have been highly requested by players, and we wanted to ensure that this feature offered enriched and immersive gameplay that expands on the multitude of storytelling opportunities. The Sims 4 For Rent expansion pack introduces a new dimension to housing options, enhancing the overall depth and complexity of Sims relationships, personalities, and experience. For the first time ever in The Sims 4, Simmers can build a fully customizable multi-unit dwelling where multiple Sim families can live on the same lot. This is possible in any livable Sims 4 world. Okay, so you can build an apartment anywhere. You want an apartment in Willow Creek? Put one in Willow Creek. You want an apartment in Sulani? Build it in Sulani. I'm glad that they've made it so it's like anywhere. In Tomarang, these gorgeous dwellings feature versatile wooden window shades, homes on stilts near scenic beaches, as well as historic bridges. For interiors, there are traditional wood carvings and rattan furniture available alongside traditional Southeast Asian inspired rugs, chairs, tiles, and lamps. New residential rentals allow a sim to get creative with fully customizable multifamily dwellings. Give your Sims a basement suite to rent out, a cozy duplex for close families, or even build spacious apartments for large families. Community events like a potluck and pool parties, that's what we were seeing on the top of the roof there, provide the perfect opportunity for Sims to engage with their neighbors and get a sense of community with their residential rental. Property management. Sims can soon evolve into savvy property owners and live amongst tenants or maintain separate residences while generating income from multiple property investments. While being at home can be relaxing, property owners may face a tenant revolt if you allow your ratings to slip too low, amongst other potential surprises, including insect infestations and challenges including mold. I wonder if the mold is a lot challenge, because we see some of those things with lot challenges, like you add that and maybe mold is more likely to grow. Insect infestations, though, is interesting. That makes me think in The Sims 2, you used to be able to get cockroaches and you could actually like die from flies and that, and you'd have to like call an exterminator. I wonder if we're gonna get exterminators. If there's gonna be insect infestations, are we getting exterminators? Long live Robbie. To further immerse players for the world of For Rent, Sims can gain 4 new aspirations. 4 new aspirations, that's a lot. 5 traits, and a new fear that can help create unexpected and exciting stories. Tenants can experience evictions, and as a result, fears now include a tenant being afraid of being evicted due to misbehavior. But don't worry, you can always give someone a second chance. On the flip side, property managers have their own layer of responsibility. It's not all fun and games. Property owners can visit and do inspections, shoring up any broken objects, including the new water heater and electrical fuse box utility objects. No tenant is going to want cold water or flickering lights. Sims can also have aspirations to become the nosiest of seeker of secrets, a 5-star property owner, the local fount of Tomarani knowledge, or a discerning dweller, the best neighbor and tenant ever. Okay, so those are the 4 new aspirations. I don't think they've given us the names of the aspirations before. So we've got Seeker of Secrets, 5-star property owner, Fount of Tomarani knowledge, or a discerning dweller. To make these communities even more interesting, Sims have 5 new traits. They can be nosy, generous, cringe, child of the village. I wonder if that's kind of like child of the Isles. And elder, specific wise, as wisdom, and the elder, specific wise, as wisdom comes with age. Well, that's kind of interesting. If you purchase it before January 18th, you'll have access to extra stuff, all things that they've been doing recently in The Sims. So there we have it. The next expansion pack for The Sims 4 is For Rent, and it will be coming out December 7th. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I feel more positive about it than I did when I first saw the leak information. When I first saw the leak information, I was pretty about the whole thing, but I do think that there's a lot of things in here that could be really useful for gameplay. So I think that it's something that even if being a property owner isn't your style, I still think that there's stuff that you can incorporate. Obviously, I haven't seen anything with gameplay. I haven't done any gameplay, so I can't really say for sure how all of that comes together. I might not build like this huge apartment complex where I'm going to have like a whole bunch of different tenants, but I might build a duplex so that when my Sims heir is ready to set out on their own, they just move next door and they're still in the same lot and they can kind of have their own life and get started on their own. It's always fun to get new aspirations and to get new traits and to try all of that stuff. And as always, build, buy, and chaos. I'll never say no to that stuff. So I'm intrigued. I'm gonna reserve any judgment until I've actually like seen more about it. We'll probably be getting a gameplay trailer before too much longer, but do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you like this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.